Now, the last two or the first two that I named, I guess, are kind of a little bit more staples that go into a lot of food, but hear me out. So tomatoes again is like a texture thing. It's about like tomatoes are slimy as AF, man. They are slimy as hell, man. And I can't get down with it. I can't get down with the gushiness of a tomato. Like if you ever eat a burger or a sandwich that has a tomato in it, and then like your sandwich just be mad wet afterwards. Like nah, I'm pulling that off, whatever. I don't like the argument when people try to say, well, you eat ketchup, so how don't you eat tomatoes? Like that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like I eat things with a tomato base for sure. I eat pasta, I eat different sauces, I eat marinara, whatever. But like I would rather like the tomato be kind of cooked down. I retired tomato soup. I don't eat tomato soup, partially because I think that was like more of a that's more of like a school lunch type thing that turned me off of tomato soup. Cause I remember, bro, when I was in elementary school, and whenever we have, I used to eat tomato soup. I used to eat it pretty regularly at home. It's not regularly, but I would eat it at home, grilled cheese type thing. So at my elementary, all elementary schools and just general, like school lunches be trash. You know what I'm saying? And I remember how they made the grilled cheese sandwiches. They made these like they mass produced these grilled cheese sandwiches and basically like they bake them. They bake them, right? So the grilled cheese would always be kind of like hard, like it would have this buttery top to it, whatever, but it just never was hitting for real, for real. And what turned me off of tomato soup was probably like eating it at school and like seeing like the tomato, like maybe they're cooking the tomato soup too high, but like the tomato soup at school one time, I remember it had like a skin film over top of it, like almost like it was like burnt almost. And that shit freaked me out. And then it didn't taste the best. And then like I'm seeing all these people dip their grilled cheese sandwich in it, and then like I'm seeing, and it turned me off. Like it didn't turn me off with grilled cheese, but with the tomato soup, I was like, you know what? There's nothing to tomato soup, man. Like there's no meat in it. There's nothing else. There's not a noodle in it. I'm not missing anything. It's tomato broth, and I'm cool off of that. I mean, I'm totally cool off of that. So you can miss me with the tomato soup and tomatoes. So when it comes to salsa, I don't really eat too much salsa unless it is like kind of like fine a little bit. So like I feel like chili's got the best salsa because it's like kind of pureed a little bit, and like it's the tomatoes itself, they're so like processed down. I mean, I won't say cooked down, but like they are cooked down and like probably like processed in some way, whether it's like a food processor or puree, that you don't have the chunks of the tomato. So yeah, so like it don't it's no chunks to it, you know what I mean? Like so it's good. It tastes real good. Or even if I do eat salsa, like a lot of times at like a actual Mexican place, it is a little bit more pureed, so to speak. It's more chop. It's not like it's chunky. It's more like smooth. You know what I mean? So I can eat it, but also too, it's more so like the salsa. It's the juices of the salsa. You know what I mean? That I don't mind. You know what I mean? And then onions. I don't eat onions in anything for real. You can cook with the onions. Like you can use it as a cooking agent. I understand. For me, I'll be like, yo, just use onion powder. You use, you know what I mean? I've seen people use onion soup mix, and it's like just a little bit different in terms of it. Um, I'm gonna tell you why I hate onions. I think I started hating onions because of the McDonald's hamburger cheeseburgers and hamburgers, right? And because they would put the tiniest diced little onions in them sandwiches. And like I think I was always like for the most part, I think that's what turned me on to nuggets because I was getting burgers and then it would have this weird taste to me, and then like I would have all these little crunchies in my like how like some people don't like the texture of like coconut because it's like too gritty and like it's too fine and it's like too much to chew. That's how them little diced onions in the McDonald's hamburgers used to be like, and it would be stuff and onion has like this like sharp flavor. It's almost like garlic to me. You know what I mean? But I respect garlic, and I'll never not use garlic with stuff. But like onions is too much. So like anything where like there's a lot of onions mixed into it, I'm not eating. So I don't really eat a lot of people's potato salads and macaroni salads and salads like that. I don't eat stuff like that. If it has like raw red onion in it, like just miss me with that type of stuff. Again, you kind of use it as a cooking agent a little bit. But I always ask, like if people have potato salad and stuff like that, I always ask if there's onions. I've been noticing a lot of like even salad mixes, like if you get a bag of salad, right, and it'll be like some type of flavor. Almost all the packages now like include green onion or whatever, and I'm not with it, man. So yeah, I don't like scallions and green onions and chives and all. I don't eat that type of stuff, man. So onions, it's one of those things where if you cook them down to where like they're not really visible or if they're not really something that I'm gonna have to chew or like feel that crunchy texture. Because that's the thing. When I'm eating like a potato salad, macaroni salad, and I get a random crunch, the crunch better be pickle. It better be relish. You know what I'm saying? It better not be no onion, you know what I mean? Or carrot or something like that. It better be something else in there, but it better not be no onion, whatever. Um, like a cheesesteak, I'm always getting it without onions. Like there's a lot of dishes, people cook with them. People make pot roast and stuff like that. But that stuff I can kind of pick around. But like if you have a lot of onions embedded in like your sauce and all that, I'm probably gonna pass on that, and I'm gonna get something else, or I'm gonna ask for something else. So even that with like spaghetti and pasta and stuff like that, the tomatoes need to be like they need to be like it needs to be more saucy instead of like chunky with the peels in it, whatever. So yes, I that and I did give you explanation. I gave you a breakdown, so that might make you feel like I'm a super picky eater, but I eat so many things that quintessential picky eaters don't eat. Like quintessential picky eaters don't eat certain seafood. You know what I'm saying? I eat clams, I eat mussels. I don't eat oysters, but that's not necessarily like a food that I hate or anything like that. It's just I never actually had an oyster. They just seem slimy as hell. Um, but like, yeah, I'm not getting chicken tenders the only time I'm getting chicken tenders is if it's like bar, yeah, like a bar food type of thing. But rarely then I'm getting chicken tenders. I'm eating a lot of different things. My son is a picky eater. My son don't eat side dishes, bro. He eats rice, but he don't eat he eats some Big Mac sometimes, but he don't really like macaroni like that. He don't eat mashed potatoes. Um, he not eat like he used to eat some vegetables. He don't really eat no vegetables. And there are definitely some vegetables that I'm not really messing with necessarily, like definitely first pick, second pick. But like those are the things where it's like, all right, those are ingredients that like are used in a lot of things and I'm not with it, but some people are but it's not me, man. So like, yeah, please cook accordingly. And I will decline what you're feeding me. I just will, and I hope you're not offended by it. Don't get defensive. Just understand like that's just me. But like I eat a lot of things. There's more things that I eat. There's way less things that I don't eat than what I do eat. So I don't fall into that category. But what do you think? To you, what is a picky eater? You know what I mean, a picky eater is somebody to me that, the person that is ordering chicken tenders or burgers anywhere, any restaurant they go to. The picky eater, yeah, doesn't like most vegetables. The picky eater doesn't like most fruits. There are some fruits I don't like peaches. I don't fuck with peaches. But like, how often is peach in a dish? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so think about that. What do you think is a picky eater? I can name a bunch of different things. I think vegans are picky eaters. Shit, fuck that. You know what I mean? No, but I feel like unless you're doing it for medical reasons, like you just doing too much if you out here living that vegan lifestyle. Like you ain't doing that because you like it for real, for real. Like you doing it to show off. Yeah, I mean that's my opinion. But what's a picky eater in your mind? Leave a comment below. All right, let's move on to the next topic. So first, I want to say rest in peace to D'Angelo. right? So we definitely lost a amazing musician. Really, when you break down like what he's done musically, what he has done for R&B and for soul, being a pioneer of the neo soul movement. Definitely a little bit ahead of his time, and the reason why he's not commercially bigger than what he is partially because of his personalities, right? So D'Angelo, he died October